Hare Krishna. Today we are going to learn observed design pattern. So observed design pattern belongs to behavioral design pattern category. So basically observed design pattern is all about establishing relationship between objects. Okay, when I say relationships, it's all one-to-many relationship. So observed design pattern works on the pub sub mechanism. So when I say pub sub mechanism, there is going to be one publisher and there are going to be multiple subscribers subscribers. So when the state of the publisher got changed, okay, then we are going to inform or else notify subscriber so that they can act upon accordingly. So, okay, I will explain this in with a real-time story. Let's try to understand this carefully. So there is a village, okay? So there are three people, namely Krishna, Shiva, and Janu. So these three people are very interested to know about the weather because when they know about the weather conditions, so they can plan and they can, what I can say, work upon their outdoor activities. So basically, Janu is a kind of girl. Okay, so we can say Janu like a avid observer. Like she keep on looking at weather updates. Okay, she always really interested in knowing the real time changes, and because of this, like she always stood outside of her window with sorry, binoculars and constantly gauged crystal ball. Okay, so the crystal ball, as you know, like it tells you what the weather condition it is, right? So she's a kind of girl who always looks at the, what I can say, this crystal ball all the time to know the weather and so that she can plan outdoor works. So Shiva is a kind of guy, okay, who is interested in weather but didn't want to be too bothered by it. Okay, in the essence, like he liked to check the weather whenever he felt like, but didn't want to actively watch the crystal ball. So whenever he would like to know, then only like he can come and check this crystal ball, and then what I can say, he can plan his works. But he's a not kind of guy who always gauge at this crystal ball. So now Krishna is a kind of guy, okay? He only concerned about the weather forecast during the weekend, okay? Because he's actually a event planner. So whenever he wants to plan something, right? So he would like to know the weather conditions, what I can say, the forecast of weather in advance so that he can plan his weekend events. So now what I can say, there is a village man. Okay, so you can think like this guy, village man. Okay, so who came with an solution for these three people? See, at the end of the day, so these three people are interested in knowing about weather conditions, but their preferences are different, right? So this village man, okay, so what he suggests is like, okay, I develop a weather, what I can say, weather monitoring station, we can tell. Okay, so what he says, I give you a solution to you people. Okay, so this cluster ball I will keep at my station. Okay, now for Jano, so he suggested, okay, let's have a magical mirror in front of you. Okay, so whenever you would like to know the weather conditions, right? So you just cage at this mirror, okay, whenever she wanted, and this will always show the current weather. Okay, this is just this mirror is just what I can say, a replica of this cluster a ball. Okay, that is solution for Jano. So when it comes to the Shiva, right? So as he wants to know whenever he want, right? So he is not a kind of guy who always want to know. So he proposed a solution. Okay, there is a bird for you. Okay, whenever you want to know about the weather condition, just what I can say, send a message to this bird. Hey bird, can you please tell me the weather updates today? Okay, then this bird come to this magic station, sorry, weather station, and it will know the condition of the weather, and it can take back the updates to the Shiva. And coming to the Krishna, so as he only concerned about during the weekends, right? He wants to know the forecast. So what this guy suggested is, okay, let me send you a sealed envelope, okay, every Friday about Saturday and Sunday, so that you can, what I can say, plan your events accordingly. Now, if you carefully observe this kind of example, right? So there is a cluster ball, right? So based upon its state changes, okay, these people are getting notified, right? So this information relies on this crystal ball. So this is all about observer design pattern. To put it in simple word, this story is all about observer design pattern. So here the crystal ball is subject, okay, or else you can name it like observable, okay, and these guys like Krishna, Shiva, Janu are the observers, okay, and this envelope, bird, and mirror are the observers implementations, okay. So whenever any changes happens to the weather, when I say any changes happen, the state of the subject changes. So via this observer implementation, so observers will get notified. Okay, so this is all about the observer design pattern. I hope you understood now. So what we're going to do here is, let's take a real-time software development example. Okay, software engineering. So we know, right, there is a kind of stock market. Okay, so people, let's assume I'm interested in Apple. Okay, someone interested in Google stock, someone interested in maybe Microsoft. So this stock market, okay, for this I am going to create maybe some stock data maintainer, something like you can think like this is a subject. Okay, so this will feed stock market information, okay, from various sources. So whenever Apple related stock market, sorry, stock value change, whether it may be increased or decreased, so it will notify to the me, like who is interested in Apple. And likewise, Google persons will get Google, and then Microsoft persons like they will get this. So basically, the observed design pattern is works on this subscription mechanism. Okay, subscription mechanism. There is no hard to, what I can say, understand this. So it's too simple. So there is going to be one publisher and there are going to be multiple subscribers. So depending upon the subscriber preference, okay, they will get notified whenever any changes or as the state of this is getting changed. I hope you understood now. So we'll see the structure, okay, basically how generally it is going to be happen. So the first and foremost point is publisher. Okay, we name publisher, right? So this publisher issues event of interest to other objects. Okay, generally this guy issues events. When we say events, like maybe a notify event, okay, these events occurs when publisher changes its state. So when this will get occurred, when the state of this publisher changes, then these events will occur and it executes whatever the behavior. So whatever we write here, whether notify via email, via message, whatever we wrote. So this publisher holds list of subscribers, when I say, so list of subscribers, okay. So this publisher can give an access to add a new subscriber, remove, or else modify. Okay, these three publisher can give. So now coming to the second is when a new event happens, when say this notify, let's assume this new event happens, the publisher goes over the subscription list and calls the notification method declared in the subscribed interface on each subscriber object. So when I mean, so any change happened to this publisher, right? So this guy goes and, what I can say, inform the subscribers, all the subscribers, whoever, what I can say, subscribe to that particular event. So they are going to get the notifications. So now the third point here, a notable point here is, so basically how this works is like, so there is going to be an interface for the publisher and an interface for observer when I say subscriber. So the subject when we say like uh, publisher like its subject, so it's going to have its own implementation. Okay, subject implementer. So observer are going to have the observer implementations multiple. Okay. So now in if any state change happens to this, right? So it will go to here. So basically it is going to have only one update method. So that is the industry, what I can say, practice. It's good to have only one method in the observer. Okay. So this method will be overridden here. Okay. So overridden in the sense they will be, this is just an abstract method. Okay. So it will be implemented here. So whenever any change happens, it just passes required parameters to this update method and it will be, what I can say, handled in the observer implementation class. So that's all about the what I can say observer design pattern. Now I quickly walk you all through the code. Okay, so how it looks like. Now I have two examples. So first I will go with the stock market that we discussed just now. Okay. So if you carefully observe here, so yeah. So there is a stock market app initially. Okay. Yeah. Before that, maybe let me show this one. So this is the stock market data feed. So this is, you can think like a subject or observer. So basically what it's going to have is like list of observers, right? So observers are there. So stock name, stock price. These are the two important, what I can say, data members for this particular requirement. So what happens is it allows you to add a observer, remove an observer. Maybe we can write another method to modify the observer if there are multiple data members inside an observer. So one of the important thing is set stock price. So when this method calls, right, that means like whether the price may be decreasing or increasing. So immediately what we are going to call is notify observers method. So notify observers method, what it do is it iterate through the observers whoever subscribed to this particular publisher. So it iterate through the observers and it calls the required update method by passing stock name and stock price. Now we'll see how the observer is like. So as I said, like observe is an interface here. So it has only one update method which takes stock name and stock price. And we'll see the implementations. So email and push. So now if we carefully observe here, whenever the price changes, okay, a stock price changes. So there is one observer who is going to get an email notification. Here you see like email notification, the price of so and so changed. Okay, and in the same way, push notification. You can think like for just an example, like I wrote this system.out.println, and so it may be of any mode of communication. So push notification. So stock name price got changed. Okay. Now, if you carefully observe this stock market, this is the main app. Okay. So basically, what I'm doing here is like, so I am initially what I can say setting up app link. Okay. So if you come here and see, so this constructor takes the stock name. So app link. Okay. This stock name. So now there are two observers. So we create observers and attach notification mechanism to it. So basically user one and user two. So we adding these two observers to this Apple stock. Okay, add observer. And upon this, we are calling initially first set. Okay, let me comment out this. So now I called set stock. Okay, so the value got changed, right? So initially it is zero. Okay. Now we'll see this how it is going to be. Okay, you see here email notification, push notification, so and so value got changed. Now I uncomment this. Okay, so I run this again. So here also you can see like two notifications. Now tomorrow, so I will get another requirement, maybe Google, right? So basically what I'm going to do here is like, so after this stage, maybe I add another one like Google stock. Okay, but okay, so I add Sorry. So I add these two, what I can say, observers to Google Stock. Maybe user one. Let's assume only user one who is interested in Google. Now what I do is Google Stock dot set price. Okay, maybe some 175. So now you see here in case of user one, it's only email notification. So for 175, it should be only email, not the push notification. We'll see that. Okay, you see, right? For 175, it's only email. So now here, depending upon the user, they are getting the, what I can say, their required information, right? So this is all about observer design pattern. So I do have one more example about weather station that I just discussed, but I will post this in the comment section. So I will push this to GitHub and I will share with you people so that you can go through this on your own pace. If any doubt are there still, you can reach out to me. So to conclude this session, so I quickly iterate through what this observer design. So observer design pattern is all about pub sub mechanism. Okay, subscription mechanism. You can what I can say uh, call in another way like subscription mechanism. In the essence, there is going to be one subject. Okay, one subject. Maybe you can call this guy as a publisher. Okay, and there are going to be multiple observers. Okay, you can call these guys as subscribers. Okay, when the state of this object changes, okay, when the state of this object changes, so it will notify to the subscribers, whoever subscribed to it. Okay, that's all the observer design pattern. So I hope you understood now with that real-time example. Thank you all. We'll meet in the next video with another design pattern. Finally, Hari Bol.